To be a Group 1 winning trainer so early was pretty amazing. I never really thought we'd have a Group 1 horse, let alone win a Group 1. All my life I dreamed to have horses in Group 1s, and I was only 29 years old, and it's not easy to do, but if you've got the right horse, anything's possible. Octavio brought him. He was the one bidding, and Wendy was definitely behind him there, pushing him along. He sold for 150,000, which was a nice price for him out of such a good mare. And
at 150, last time, all done. 150 buys you, Matt Scowen.
I think he would have paid a lot more for him if he had kept going, because he really liked the horse. Octavio always said to me, if we've got a chance to run in that Millennium, I'd like to. So make sure that you bring him back in time to run in the Millennium, and we'll just take it from there. And
we're ready for the $2 million Inglis Millennium.
I remember looking out at this corner just right here, and he was so wide and he was back, but he was flying. And I looked, and just on the fence there was about 10 Arrowfield staff all looking around the corner, and they started cheering. And but when I heard Darren Flindell call his name, I thought, my God, he's going to get home.
CASTELVECCHIO right over the top, has come from last. CASTELVECCHIO blew away Accession.
Octavio was all for, going to the Inglis size and then on to the Champagne. We sort of knew those were his two races, and to identify early that he was going to get over ground was important, and it was definitely the right decision. Champagne Stakes Day was a really good day. It was another one of those days that sort of everything fell into place, and I was quite confident, quietly confident to myself, and when he flew past me, I knew no one was going to get him.
CASTELVECCHIO charges away now in the Champagne. Loving Gabby, but ultimately won the race for second in front of Lady Lupino.
Craig Williams is on a 3-year-old colt. When you look at the history of this race in the last 30 years, in recent years, there's only been 4 3-year-old colts good enough to win the race, and that was the mighty Octagonal, Savabeel, So You'd Think, and Seamus Award. Can he be number 5?
The journey into the Cox Plate was pretty special for everyone.
Richard Litt, who is the trainer of CASTELVECCHIO, and how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. He's presented well here today, and he's sparked up nicely, so we're happy with him. This is a real grand final. We're going to try and be a little bit more positive midfield, and I'll just leave it to Craig, though. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
Ready to run, signal, and they're racing. Very elegant, missed the start by 2 lengths and no speed.
And, we made a hell of a race of it, and he put the pressure on early, and she had to catch us, and to be beaten 2 lengths by her was pretty amazing.
CASTELVECCHIO a length, but here comes Lee Brashear. Lee Brashear stomps up, and the lamp of the rising sun wins the Cox Plate. Lee Brashear by a length and a half, CASTELVECCHIO.
Having the backing of Arrowfield, one of the biggest stud in Australia and the most successful stud in Australia, is hugely important for me. He'll have another trial on the 13th, actually out here, over 1,200 metres, which is a nice distance for him to then go on to the 1,400 Hobartville, and then obviously on to the Randwick Guineas, Rosehill Guineas, and a possible derby. And then obviously the Queen Elizabeth will be his grand final. So some really nice big races there. Plenty to look forward to. Yeah, that was Dundeal's path, and he's following in his father's footsteps, maybe we could say. Arrowfield, are the best stud in Australia, and it's wonderful for them to be able to buy one of their progeny back to stand back at Arrowfield, and they put a lot of effort into their horses, and they've got plenty of good brood mares there, so I'm sure he's going to be a good stallion when the time's right. I'd love to train CASTELVECCHIO's progeny, that's for sure, and I think he'll be a great stallion, actually. He's got all the attributes for it, and he's a great little horse, a very neat little horse, and he's got a very, very big fanfare too. A lot of trainers like him, and a lot of people around Australia like him, so I'm sure he's going to be very successful.